All right, we are live. Live. Oh, it's Friday, people. It's Friday at this point.
Yeah.
Thank God. This has been a week. A week.
Yep.
For sure.
I forgot we were supposed to be here.
Yep. I thought it was at 7. So
We all kind of did. I thought it was at 7:30.
we're all just kind of like, huh? Whatever. It's cool.
But
Oh,
we're
so
here
you watch us on
now.
huh?
We're here now.
We are. We are here now. So he's watching on playback. Hello. My name's Jackie, and I'm from First Lady Reads, and I suck at hosting sprints. So we have no idea what's going to happen. There could be technical difficulties. My computer could go out. I don't know. Whatever. But I'm going to let this one over here introduce herself, and then we'll go around, and we're waiting on one more person to show up.
I'm Becky from Bex Reads. That's it.
That was a great introduction.
I've started the book.
Yay!
I'm on chapter 3, so I will be reading it this time.
I have it on Kindle. This is usually different. It's usually me holding up the physical book.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just weird all around.
It is. It's a very weird day. It's a weird day.
I'm Laura from the Book Circus. I will not be reading House Witch on sprints today. Surprise, surprise. I know. No, I didn't read it.
Oh, okay. I thought you had already read it.
I'm reading Uprooted by Naomi Novik.
Ooh, I want to read
And
that. I have that.
I'm almost done.
Is it good?
This is a reread for me. So the first time I read it, I absolutely loved it. And it lived in my memory as this beautiful book that I loved so much. And now that I'm rereading it, it's so different from what I had in my memory. I'm still liking it a lot. I still love it, but it's a completely different reading experience than the first time. So it's been interesting.
How long ago did you read it?
Back in 2019.
Oh, so it's been a few.
It's been a while.
Yeah. It's kind of like reading it for the first time at that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Will you be reading it this time, Jackie?
Yeah. I have it on my Kindle.
Oh, yeah, you just said that.
It's Friday, okay? I am not making any rash judgments. I did finish Lone Wolf yesterday.
Oh, good. See,
Yep.
you've reading some things.
I did finish it, and I started another book, and now I'm starting this one. So I'm getting back in that groove of stuff.
Yeah.
Getting back. I'll actually have stuff to talk about my weekly wrap up, so I'll actually have one. So.
You gonna do one?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah. I still have to do the March and February highlight video, but there really anything in March. Like March was pretty much a dud for me. I didn't do all.
Just combine them.
Yeah. Really, this is the highlight from the last 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do a stats video now. The 52, though, I'm going to because I only completed one book in March for the 52 challenge. So it'll just be one video for that. All right. Do we want to wait for Kristen, or do we like to go our first sprint?
She can jump in at any point.
Okay.
Stop, cat.
All right. So we never actually said this. By the way, welcome to Black Cat Book Coven. This is our reading sprint for House Witch by, can you hold it up, Becky? I don't remember who's by.
Delamach.
What?
Delamach. That really Delamach. I'm saying it like a French person, maybe. I don't know. Could be German. I don't know.
Rock on, right there.
Delamach.
Alrighty. Power to
there you go.
Name. Okay.
Anyway. I don't even know if that's how you say it, but that's how I say it.
Either. I will be reading it on my Kindle because I didn't want to buy the physical copy because it was $25 when I looked at it. I'm like, no. not so much. So what is this about?
It is about a man named Finn
Finnegan.
who takes a job as a castle cook, and he is a witch. And a mystery.
So it's like a cozy mystery?
I think it's like a cozy fantasy mystery, maybe with a romance. I don't know if there's romance in here. I'm just saying stuff.
I need a cozy mystery for my 52 books, so this will be nice.
I think this might have a mystery.
Sweet.
Whether or not there's romance, I do not know. But I have started it. I'm on chapter 3. So far, it's cute.
All right.
Not a lot has happened. We've just met Finn. So
okay.
He seems very grumpy and sarcastic.
I like it already. I like grumpy and sarcastic.
So
all right, so I've got the timer set for 30 minutes. Let's see if I can get this to actually like share. I tried it earlier and it worked.
You can do it.
And
Yay!
It's already started. There we go.
All right. We'll see you all in 30 minutes.
Yep. See you in 30 minutes.
That scared the bejesus out of me.
I didn't quite know what the sound was going to be, guys. Sorry.
I'm gonna figure where I left off.
That was a weird sound. It says it's marked as a xylophone.
Okay.
That was a weird xylophone.
Okay. I had to figure out where I left off.
How's it going?
Dog ear my page.
Horror.
No. Blasphemy.
Those people.
Oh, I was so close to chapter 6.
I got to chapter 3.
What do you think?
Finn's an ass. Finn's
He
an
is,
asshole.
isn't
And I like him. He's just like, get fucked. Get out of my kitchen.
Me
Bye.
too.
I like it.
He just
I
did
like it, and
something in this last chapter that I thought was really sweet, though. He's like sweet, but also he's like a take no bullshit kind of guy.
Yeah, I like him.
So
I think I'm gonna have a good time with this book.
hopefully.
I figured out like, he only allows like 4 servants because if his secret gets out, he can control 4 people. I'm assuming no one's supposed to know he's a witch.
Yeah, that's what I get.
Yeah. Huh?
That's what I got.
Yeah. But the chick, I don't know what her deal is. Like, she's nobility, but she's not royalty because she's not like a princess or anything.
Ruby?
Yeah. No, not the Annika.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know what your game is, and I don't like you. I think she's a snake in the grass.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't like her.
Mm.
And the housekeeper, I think, is hilarious. I think they're going to duke it out, which I think is funny.
Yeah, I like that dynamic.
Like
I like the whole. I met the king and queen, and have you met their son yet?
One time.
They seem like
he got really agitated because they were asking questions about his diet.
Yeah, I don't know. Seems like a cute little family. I don't know where the whole mystery is going to come in, but.
Well, like Annika was like, he's not a spy. What is he supposed to be spying on? Like, what are you doing that needs to be spied on? So,
I don't know.
What about you, Laura? How's your book?
It's good. It's good.
Did you finish?
No, I did not finish.
No. So close.
So close. Yeah.
I think, was it that one or Spinning Silver that I tried to read?
Spinning Silver is the sequel to that one.
No, it isn't.
It's not?
Mm-mm. It's a separate story.
Oh, okay.
They're standalones.
Is that the one with the girl who something happens with her father or something in the beginning? Is that the Rumpelstiltskin sort of retelling one, or is that Spinning Silver?
That's Spinning Silver.
I think that's the one I tried to read and I DNF'd.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's Uprooted about then.
This one is similarly like based on Russian folklore and mythology, and it's about this little village where every 10 years they have to give a girl to the dragon, and it's not an actual dragon, he's a wizard.
Oh wait, maybe that's the one I read then, because that sounds oddly familiar.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe you tried reading both of them.
That could be. I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I remember that though.
Yeah.
How many more pages do you have to read?
It's like, it looks like it's not that much, but it's actually like another 150 pages.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Do you know what you're going to read after that?
No. I have no idea.
Are you doing like a vlog or anything?
I am, but not like a themed one. I did start the Saint of Steel series by T. Kingfisher. Have you read that?
Which
Is that the one that has the
one's-
rabbit with the mushrooms? It looks like it's like flayed alive on the cover.
No, it's Paladin's Grace is the first book.
I have not read that one.
It's her fantasy romance series.
I read the this, not the Sword Catcher. Sword.
Heart?
Sword Heart, yes.
Okay.
I read Sword Heart, and then I read the Clock Tour Boys, the first book in that, but I haven't read the Paladin's Grace one.
It's so good. It's so good. I loved it. Like, I started listening to it kind of accidentally.
Yeah.
and I couldn't stop. Like, I just read the whole thing in one go.
That's because they're really short and they're really easy to like listen to. That's what I did with the Clock Tour Boys. I was like, T. Kingfisher, let's see what this is about. And then I finished it.
Yeah.
So. But I didn't really I didn't love that one, but it was fine. But I think they're all like somewhat connected, right? Aren't they all in the same world?
I don't know.
I think the Paladin one is like in the same world as Sword Heart.
Yeah.
And then I think Sword Heart is in like the same world as the Clock Tower Boys, I think anyway.
Maybe.
That was not the book I was thinking of. At all. Where's the book that I was thinking of? It looks creepy.
Oh, you're thinking of
What Moves the Dead.
What Moves the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that one.
I want to read that.
I did not like that one.
You did not like it? I just like the cover. I think the cover looks dope.
Yeah.
Like this flate. Like, I thought that was a rabbit holding its skeleton until my husband looked. He's like, those are mushrooms. I'm like, oh. I thought it was the rabbit holding his own skeleton.
It is creepy.
Awkward.
Did you ever watch the Follow the House of Usher show that was on?
No, I want to. I've heard it's really good.
My sister was watching it, and I was like vaguely paying attention to it. I'm like, oh, this is off of based on an Edgar Allan Poe. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah. I think I was actually reading that book while she was watching that show. I was like, this book is based on it too.
My husband started watching that Fallout show. He plays Fallout. As I was reading, and the opening episode was like, the line is, doing stuff with your cousin is just stuff for kids, but it's not really a good way of perpetuating the American colonies. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? We just put down Rush here, who's doing some spicy things, to hear what? What is my husband watching right now? I'm gonna go away now. That's weird.
That's what she reads is weird.
He's just like, really? What you read is weird, and I'm watching. I'm like, that's fucking weird. And then he had to tell me all the lore and everything behind it. I'm like, oh, cool. So, I got to buy books last night. It was fun. We got bookshop.
What'd you buy?
They'll spoil my haul that I'm going to be throwing up soon. So
soon?
Yeah, soon. I'm going to be filming a haul soon.
I expect to see that in the next week, Jackie.
Okay.
We got to give Jackie timelines.
Yeah, like, she's like, I just tell you all the videos I want to do, and then you guys make the schedule, and I'll do it that way.
Like, you have until this date to post this video, Jackie.
Yeah. No, I've got to, but I'm going to get back on it, because, well, like, the weekly wrap-ups were done. I just sat around and did nothing. I'm just being lazy. Like, I'm flat out admit that I was being lazy, but I was still reading.
Meanwhile, I filmed 3 videos today, and I've already got 1 edited. It's my May TBR.
I can't film 3 videos in one go. That's too much.
I do one-shot takes, so I can't. And my videos are like 45 minutes long, so.
Listen, I film them like when I'm like, okay, I got a minute. let's see how many of these babies I can crank out.
Hmm.
Luckily, they're all like sit down things, so it doesn't really take that much time.
I don't like. Do you plan out like kind of what you're gonna say ahead of time? Because I don't. I just sit down and turn on the camera and I
It
figure it out.
depends on what I'm doing. Like I had to do a recommendation that I'm part of a collab for that I didn't initiate for once. I have that due in May, so I knew what the theme was. So I knew what books I wanted to talk about. And sometimes I'll write out like what they're about because sometimes I've forgotten what the hell they're about. And then this time I actually knew what they were all about, so I just went off the seed of my memory.
I have an outline. Like every book I read, I have, stats, summary, what worked, what didn't work, and then it just kind of keeps going that way, and it goes on my weekly thing. And then my book reviews, I do the same thing, but I write everything out that I want to say and then sit down for the camera and just talk. But I have the outline of like the flow of the video, I guess.
I guess I have bullet points just so I can remember what I'm supposed to be, but I don't really have anything else.
I have outlines, and I have to remind myself what the books are about.
I really liked starting to do the weekly wrap-ups because then I remember what the damn books are about.
They come in fucking handy. They do.
Because doing it at the end of the month, I'm like, that's when I had to literally go back, write down the characters' names, write down the plot of the thing so I could remember. Otherwise, I'd be like, I don't know what this book was about, but I gave it 3 stars.
Yeah, like, the only problem with weekly wrap is if I don't read anything, like, I didn't read anything. I didn't finish anything. So I'm just going to sit here and talk about what I didn't finish.
Well, then you just don't do one.
Huh?
Then you just don't do one. You wait until
you don't do one. And that's kind of what's been happening is I didn't finish anything. But at the same time, like, some really big books, like when I was doing Ghost or when I listened to, hey, our favorite person.
What? Yeah.
Is that ice cream?
Yeah, he just brought up tub of ice cream. He was.
You're gonna share? I can't hear him.
He said he was getting it for Liz, our daughter.
Does he know you want these things, or is he just like, I know she's in there. Let me see what I can bring her.
Yeah, that's what he does. I just realized I don't have a light on, and it looks so dark.
Yeah, I was like, it's not a normal setting for you.
No.
I'm so dark.
No, so like when I listened to Twilight, I actually kind of like updated, but I had finished books, so I had books to actually finish talking about. But then I'd be like, and this is what I'm still currently working on, and kind of like talked about like my progress with it. So big books you can kind of do that with, but I don't like a whole video of like, here's everything I didn't finish, but this is what I read.
Right.
Yeah.
But I might do that one time, just be like, look, I didn't fucking finish shit, but this is what I went over. This is what I learned. So spoilerly video if you're reading in these books. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
But my friends seem to enjoy it, so because the diehards are the ones that watch the weekly wrap-ups. Those are the ones that watch those are like, yeah, I watch all of your videos, even those, because those are the bullshit. But those are the ones you really get to know me in, because I'm just like,
I tend to watch those more than like your long ass review. Listen, I started watching that and I got like maybe 30 minutes into it, and I'm like, I can't, Jackie, I can't. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I gave you 30 minutes though.
Thanks. You could just put me on silent and kept playing it though.
Sometimes I do that. If I'm like doing dishes or something, I'll just put random people on YouTube and just let it play on through. I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about over there, but
when I am like folding laundry or doing dishes, I like listening to book hauls. I'll save book haul videos for those tasks because all I have to do is remember listening. I don't actually have to physically see the person. I can remember what the book they're talking about is. And then it's like, oh, that sounds interesting. We look, oh, that's pretty cover. Let me remember that. Like, I tend to watch book hauls while I'm doing other things. Other things, I actually sit down and watch and listen and pay attention for all of the minutes involved in said videos. Becky.
Listen, I do most of your videos, Jackie. I watch them all the way through.
Likely story.
But that one, first of all, it was a big book. It was like the
Did
last.
you watch the
one in
reaction video
series.
though? Because that's fun.
I watch your reaction videos to like your Sarah J. Maas ones.
No, the author's reaction to my review.
Oh no, I didn't watch.
Oh, you didn't watch that? That's funny. No. They're hilarious. I love them.
Oh,
no.
Yeah,
But I saw it got a hell of a lot of views, so good on you.
Yeah, it did. Their video got a lot of views.
No, yours did. Got like, last time I checked, it was like 90 views or something, or 80 or 90 views.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, why do you do the full book reviews? I'm like, because I like doing those. I like ripping books to shreds like that and like rebuilding them up. I'm like, I love doing that stuff.
I like your book reviews if it's a book I'm interested in.
Yeah. Wait till you see the ISIS one, because that actually, I looked it up. That actually looks really fucking dope. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really excited about that one. Like, that's gonna be something like well out of my wheelhouse, and I'm just like, this is bringing me back. This is awesome.
It's called Daughter of Isis.
Yeah. It was my TBR recommended. See, he brought us ice cream.
Thank you.
Where's mine? In your freezer.
I like chocolate.
This is a lot. We got, what is it? Root beer float? Dr. Pepper float.
Oh, yummy.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Never seen that before.
Yeah, we're trying that. That's a thing.
What brand is it?
Oh, wow. That's good. What is it? Bluebell? Bluebell.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Oh, I haven't had Bluebell in so long.
Definitely trying it. Oh, we've got a comment. Yeah, my end of the month wrap-ups were hella long before I started weekly wrap-ups, because I would talk about like 14 or 15 books, and then I would do all of that stats and summing up and everything in a monthly wrap-up that I do on my weekly wrap-ups and at the same time frame. I'm only talking about 4 books compared to 14. Yeah, go figure that one out. I don't know how that math works.
I feel like you can talk more in depth about them in weekly wrap-ups, because there's fewer of them, so you can really, instead of just being like, well, I liked this, which is really what I do anyway.
Yeah. The only problem, I flat out admit, I got the weekly wrap-ups from Jen. I watch hers. Like, I never miss one of Jen's week. You and Becky. Jen and
well,
Becky.
that's where I got the idea. I got it from watching you and Jen. I was like, you know, I should try one of these.
It works out, especially if you read a lot of books in like 1 month. It does help. Because I didn't want to do the mid-month, because I'm like, because the beginning
That's
of the month,
still a lot of books to remember mid-month.
Yeah.
If you're reading like 12 plus books.
Yeah, like Jen reads like 20 books a month. I'm like, what? How do you do that? But she does this full time, so that's her full-time gig. And I'm like, I don't have that. And then
I mean, sometimes I've done weekly wrap-ups where I talk about one damn book because that's all I read that week. But I'm like, you know what? At least I can talk about this one book.
Yep. That's why, like, also when I had like small hauls or something, I would throw a haul on there, so I didn't have to like, because I mean, I have a haul video on this channel. I think there's 40 books on it, and I like saved them up for a month. It was my birthday month. Let's just be honest, okay? It was my birthday month. But like, that's a lot of books that you know nothing about. You're like, yeah, I bought it because it's a pretty cover.
I don't know what half of the books I haul.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know all. Like, hauls are hard. They're fun to do, but they also suck to do because you're like, I don't know shit about what I'm talking about.
No.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, this is a pretty book. That's why I bought it.
Yeah.
Facts.
I just did a video. I filmed a video today of my upcoming releases I'm excited about.
I just started gathering those for the end of the year.
And I was like, I read like the synopsis of what caught my attention, and then I was like, half of them I was like, I hope this is good. I hope this is good. Because I don't know if it's gonna be good or not.
I did pick up this month's new release that I wanted on my I've actually every anticipated release I've actually picked up so far. So I'm really proud of that. Haven't read them, but I own them. So step
you
one.
You do book of the month though, don't you?
Yeah, but none of them have been book of the month.
Oh.
Yeah. And I didn't pick any April's books. I completely spaced and then the window closed, and I'm like, oh, all right, whatever. It's fine.
And you get Fairy Loot, don't you, Laura?
I do.
Do you get Fairy Loot and Illuminate or just Fairy Loot?
Just Fairy Loot, the adult one.
Yeah.
I want to get the adult and YA book only, but I've been on the waiting list forever, and it hasn't happened yet.
I finally got, well, I got on the Romantasy one.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that. I already know the first one. It's not a book I don't want to read because it's got a love triangle in it.
It's not good either.
Got Lore of the Wilds. Is that it? Yeah.
Yep.
See, Kristen loved that book. And I remember hearing you say that it wasn't good. I was like, yeah, it's kind of love triangle. I know I'm not going to enjoy it.
Hey, I listened to you, Laura. I put the Night Circus on this TBR. It's on there. So I'm hopefully going to get to it next week because I threw some short ones on there to kind of like boost my getting the. I'm 8 books behind schedule on trying to get 100 books read this year. And I'd like to keep that below like 5. I like to do that.
I think I'm like 8 books behind too.
Yeah. But I put the Night Circus on there, so I definitely want to, because I'm still in the circus mood. I'm still kind of bummed that we didn't get a lot of circus in the last book. I'm like, this is some bullshit.
I need to read the Night Circus too. I haven't read it.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I put it off because I tried to read her other book, the Starless Sea. The Starless Sea, and it was very descriptive. And I'm afraid that the Night Circus is also going to be very descriptive, and I'm not going to like it.
It is.
Oh my god.
That's what I love, though. It's that overly descriptive, lyrical, purple prose.
See, I hate that, but I want to read it because it's circus. Maybe I should listen to the audiobook. Maybe that would help.
Suck it up, Becky. Suck it up.
I know.
I did put on this TBR another Alex E. Hara book, the sequel to that Spindle Splintered. I did a Mirror Mended, and it's super short. So I hope I'm going to bust that out in a day as well, which is nice. But I have not found anything else about that series, and I don't know if she's continuing on with it.
Neither have I. I don't know that she is. They recently did a bind up of those two, so I don't know if she's done writing in that series or not, but I would love to get more.
Yeah, I really like the first one.
When you read the second book, it does feel like an ending. So, yeah.
Okay. That's all right. It's still nice. I was like, I'm kind of in a Disney kick, so I had 2 retellings. Yeah, I got 2 retellings on this TBR.
Oh yeah, you added one of those Twisted Tales.
Yeah. I look at those books and I'm like,
see, I watch your videos.
You also needed to watch that one because you told me I had to put it up that night. You're like, you have to put it up, god damn it. So no, but like every time I go to Barnes and Noble, I always walk by those books. I'm like, these look so cool. I just hope they don't suck. Because I like the premise of literally taking the whole Disney story you grew up with and flipping it. I love this idea. I think it's great.
They're fun.
Yeah.
I think I've read like 4 of them so far. The Frozen one has been my favorite.
Do you have to read them in order? Because I'm reading them in order. But I wasn't
You don't
for
have
sure.
to.
Okay. Because there are some that I'm like, I don't really care about that story. Probably not going to give a shit. Like Peter Pan. I'm not a big Peter Pan person.
Oh, the Peter Pan one was actually good.
It is?
It's more Wendy's story than Peter Pan.
Okay. I can go with that.
Never liked Peter Pan.
In the grand scheme, he's not high up on the scale of importance. I just like Tinkerbell because she's a bitch. Like, I just like her. Can we have a book about her? Like, I like that. But, I found this one book called, what was it? How Does It Feel? Yeah, How Does It Feel? And it's called the Infatuated Fae series, volume 1. Okay.
Jess at Honest Fiction just read that.
Okay. Is it a romance? Because I feel like it starts out like it's supposed to be a romance, and then it's not going to be one. And I'm kind of pumped about that. I found that.
I don't know. Go read her review. She just posted it on Instagram.
Okay.
She doesn't do spoilers or anything, but I know she just saw that.
Good.
I just saw that she
'Cause
read
that
that.
looked. I picked it up. I was like, yeah, that's awesome.
I saw this book, okay? It's a dark romance. One of my friends on Instagram shared it. What the frick is it called?
Gotta love what you know.
A feather to bleed a feather? I don't know. I'm looking it up. But anyway, the interior of this book, she was holding it, right? And it looked like, oh, pretty pink sprayed edges. No. The pages are pink.
Shut the.
Oh.
I know, right? I was like, what is that book? It's a dark romance, which I'm terrified of because it's like supposed to be dark, like dark.
Send me the title. I want it.
I'm like, I'm so scared to read this book, but I want it because it's got pink pages.
Mm-hmm. Seriously, authors need to start stepping it up. Like your generic, like the specialty editions are great, but a lot of people are gonna buy books just because of the way they look.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's
like
called
the sprayed edges.
Feathers
Give me a
That
sprayed edge
Bleed.
book. I love it, but I don't want to spend $50 on a book that I
Oh
don't
no,
know
see
if I'm gonna
this
like
book.
or not.
Wait, the paperback is $26.32,
That's all.
which I don't think is bad.
Yeah.
That's cheaper than a Fairy Loot book. And this bitch has pink pages with illustrations.
There was a
I
book
want that
I have no idea what the title of it is, but I remember it looking at, and I always wanted to read it, but I never remember the title. Don't know the author, but it is neon pink. Is it neon pink? Hard. Okay, I've seen that cover.
It's Feathers That
yeah.
Bleed.
Feathers That
It's
Bleed.
called. It's a
this
dark
book is-
dark romance.
Okay,
I don't know if I can do that though.
I know, me neither.
This book that I wanted to read is neon bright fucking pink, and it's got a pentagram on top of it.
Oh, I don't know.
And I have not been able to find it since, but I used to see it all the time years ago.
Do you want to hear the trigger warnings? Now I kind of want to get it just
because it's bright pink.
Is that the Merciless one?
Maybe that
what
sounds
it's called?
Like, look at these pink pages. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know. It's probably not coming out as pink.
Look a pink, but from the angle we can't.
Yeah. But hold on. The trigger warnings, my friend sent it to me because I couldn't find them anywhere. This book contains a detailed mention of child abuse, child SA, murder, gore, mutilation, torture, suicide, knife play, blood consumption, breath play, mild degradation, children, women, and organ trafficking, rape, physical abuse, and cheating. FYI, the main characters do not cheat on each other because that is the key.
That's a little too much for me.
That's a lot, right? Oh my god. But it's so pretty. It's pink.
Well, that just went in my cart.
Oh my god.
Done.
I knew that would grab
That's in my cart now.
Jackie.
That's gonna happen. That's gonna come home with Lauren's golf shirts that I'm ordering him.
Oh,
there you go.
I'm like so tempted. Like it'll probably happen, let's be real, and I'll probably hate it.
I'm going to read that. That's gonna happen this year.
But it's pink. Make sure you get the special edition that's pink.
Yeah, that's the one I picked.
Okay.
$26 one right there.
Yep. Yep.
Wow. Do we want to do another sprint for another 30 minutes?
Yep.
Okay. Let's
at least do 2.
Yeah. All right.
Let's at least say we've read for an hour.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
And there we go.
Okay.
Hello.
I made it to chapter 8.
Can you see me moving? Or am I just frozen?
You're frozen.
I'm frozen. All right. I hit my computer earlier, so let me back out and then I'll come back in, okay?
Okay.
You were so close to no technical difficulties. One of these days we'll have a seamless flow.
Yep.
How'd you do on your book?
Oh, that's pretty good. Got a couple chapters read.
I got to chapter 5.
I'm on 8. I had to stop and go figure out what the hell my cat wanted.
I like the animal companion. I think that's adorable.
Little Kraken.
Oh.
Kraken. I like that name.
Kraken. I like it. I'm getting a sense of like found family.
Yeah. I also get a sense that there's some nefarious plot or something going on, and I don't know what it is. So. Some
I
nefarious.
still have no idea what his mysterious past could be. I don't know. It also says his past is catching up with him just as his love life is getting complicated. Who do you think? Like, do you have any idea like who his love interest could be at this point?
There's only been like one girl that he's been like talking to, and that's the Annika chick, but he seems to like really dislike her a lot.
But
I feel like
I don't think he's attracted to women.
Yeah.
And I've only met like one person so far, and I don't think it could be him either. He seems a little old, but then what do I know? Maybe he's into that.
Yeah. I mean, he seemed to get along with the boy, but I really hope it doesn't go there.
But you know, I've only read it this much, and there's this much to go.
Yeah. How many pages is this book?
My copy says it's 461.
Fuck. I don't like reading really big books on Kindle.
See, I think it's funny when you read big books on Kindle because you never realize how freaking big they are.
Yeah. I don't like it. It's annoying.
Because sometimes I'll read a book on a Kindle and then I'll get the physical thing and I'll be like, I read all that.
Yeah.
Does it say on your Kindle? Does it say like?
No,
it
probably does, but like if I go out of it, I'm on page 34 according to my Kindle. That's page 5, and it's 7% of the.
Oh, so it does. Your Kindle doesn't say like page 35 of blah blah.
No, it just says page 34. I don't have the settings like that and stuff like that.
I couldn't tell you that.
Should probably do that, but I don't. I haven't been using my Kindle a lot lately. This is actually the first book I read. Oh no, I read it for the vlog, the Jack Frost one, but this is the second book I've read on Kindle this year.
What kind of Kindle is it?
This one.
Is it a Paperwhite or is it a Fire?
Paperwhite, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Paperwhite. Oh my God, I don't know. It was on a lightning deal last. Was it a year ago I bought it? 2 years ago? I don't know. But it was on a lightning deal, so I only paid $25 for it.
Oh damn!
Wow, that's nice.
A good deal.
Yeah. So I was like, sweet. Told my husband I wanted one. Now this one, it's like the bare bone version. The one that came out that's like now waterproof. I kind of want to get because I'm going to the Virgin Islands. And I plan on bringing my Kindle, and I plan on, like my husband's like, you cannot bring a lot of books on this trip. You can bring like 2 physical books, and then you can bring your Kindle. Like that's what you're allowed. I'm like, okay, that's fair. That's completely fair because the weight restrictions. But I'm like, all the books I've been collecting for this trip are physical, beachy reads, and I'm like, shit. So I gotta find some stuff to like, and I want some quick stuff. Like I want some really quick stuff that I can like finish in one sitting on the beach. You know what I mean? That's what I want to do. So
I'm not somebody who can read on vacation.
I can read anywhere, and I'm going to.
I can read like traveling, like if I'm flying, yes, I can read. If I'm laying in bed at night in the hotel, yes, I can read. But I cannot read on the beach. I can't read outside anyway.
You can't read outside?
No, it hurts my eyes.
Oh.
Even like I was talking to my sister-in-law. She's like, "Oh, I read in the shade." I'm like, "Yeah, I can't read in the shade either." Like I can get maybe 2 pages and then my eyes just start hurting. So I can listen to audiobooks though.
Yeah, I'm also bringing my AirPods and Audible. I'm not using my Audible credits until July, so I'll have April's, May's, June's, and I'll have July. So I'll have 4 that I can just purchase and listen to while I'm there. So I'm stockpiling them. Because still working on Empire of the Vampire. Book's fucking long.
Yeah.
Did you read that yet, Laura?
I haven't read it yet.
Didn't I see you got that though?
No, I haven't gotten it.
You haven't hauled that?
Mm-mm.
Maybe
Empire of the Vampire is fantastic. It's a great book, but the audiobook's great. It's long. And I listen to them on one. So I don't listen to them on fast
that
speed.
would be so.
That's horrible.
I would be like, oh my god. I'd fall asleep listening to it on one.
Nope, because that guy's voice is sexy as fuck. That's not going to happen.
Still.
I will probably start doing something else, but I won't
The
fall
only
asleep like
the only time I've ever listened to an audiobook on 1 time speed is when Ben Barnes was doing the audiobook for A Book in the Grishaverse. Because his voice is so fucking sexy, and you can't speed it up.
Yep.
You can't do that. But yeah, I can't. Other than that, I can't. It has to be at least 2 times speed.
Yeah. There's too much. This guy is doing too much French accents. So
maybe that's reasonable then.
Yeah. And it's a single narration. So he's doing all the different voices for the characters. And they're all different so far, which is great. But it's just like, and it's also a high fantasy book that I don't want to miss anything because I want, when I read the second book, because I love the first one so much, I shouldn't do this, but there's a lot weighing on the second book. There's a lot. So I want to make sure I give it its fair shake. Like I'm fresh when I read it. So, but no, it's really good. But long books like that, I can't do fast speeds because I'm not grasping any of it. So, and I really like this book, so I want to really enjoy it and like absorb it one more time because I like it so much.
I just got my library hold for Voyager that I need to start reading.
Nice. I'm actually thinking, because I've got a couple rereads this year so far, I'm thinking about doing a new category, my First Lady Awards next year. Best reread.
Rereads?
Yeah. Best reread.
I've reread so many books so far this year.
Yeah.
Of course, I like rereading. Rereading is fun for me. Especially if you space it out long enough, it's like reading it for the first time.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, what happened?
Yeah. But I don't know, besides Outlander, like, I don't know of any other rereads that are coming up that I need to really do. So it might only be, Outlander, Empire of the Vampire. And
I just reread One Dark Window because I hadn't read the second book. And I was like, okay, I kind of remember what happened, but I really want to like go back and really digest what happened. And I ended up really liking it more on reread. Now I'm just waiting for my hold from the second book.
I want to read that. It looks good.
I like it. I like the whole like tarot card magic system, inner demon thing. I really liked it.
What was I don't have any library books right now. I have a library in my house, so I probably
Me too. I got lots of physical books I could be reading.
Yeah. Like, I went and got more books, and my husband just looked at me. He's like, why don't you read some of the books that are in that pile over there?
Because
And
I'm
I'm like,
not in the mood for any of those.
exactly. I'm like, hey, I'm finishing up a series this month. I put the last book of the Field Party series on there. I put it on there, so hopefully I'll bust that out because that'll bust out real fast. And then I'm debating if I want to do like a whole series review of that, like series wrap up of that series, because I've read it the entirety of that series on YouTube. It'll be the first series besides Throne of Glass that I've read entirely on YouTube.
What was it?
The Field Party series by Abby Glines.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about now.
Like at least a long series like that, because I've talked about every single one of those books on YouTube. So I don't know if I should do like a whole series review of the whole thing. I don't know. I really liked it. It was fun. It's a fun series.
It's a contemporary romance, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. YA, small town, high school romance. She just has this way of writing really dark issues, though, and you just you don't overlook them. Like, you know they're there, and they're serious. Like, we have, teen pregnancy, we have racism, we have suicide, we have death of a parent, like, a lot of big things that, like, can severely fuck up a high schooler, like, severely. And the way she writes is like, it's there, but at the same time, you don't forget it's there, but you look past it, because she forces you to look at like the silver lining of all of these. I hate to say silver lining of all these issues, but like the light at the end of the tunnel, that even though bad shit happens, there's still another side to it. And I really like how she focuses on the positive sides of things, because I think, especially young adults, I did it. My life is horrible. This sucks. Everything's awful. When it's not. It's like, this is not the worst thing you could experience. Trust me, it's not. So to kind of give them seriously horrible things to experience and still have that same mindset of like, hey, your life isn't over. Keep going.
The author that I was once an assistant for, she wrote this YA book, and it was called It Could Always Get Worse, and it was a YA, and it dealt with a lot of those. And that book did. It was like, it kept getting worse and worse and worse.
Oh my gosh.
I never read it, but 13 Reasons. Did you guys read that?
Did I read it?
I think
I watched the show. I did not read the book.
I think I watched the show. I didn't and then I was like, I don't like this. So I didn't read the book.
So my daughter was making a comment, and she's not seen the show, but there's, apparently a saying now, like 13th reason. And like, it's supposed to signify like, I'm done. Like, I'm over because of what happens in the book. And I'm like, have you read that book? And she's like, no. I'm like, have you watched that show? She's like, no. I'm like, that's about a girl who committed suicide. Like, the 13th reason why she did it. And she was like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, you need to go see Jesus. You need to go to confession.
Read that book. Watch that show.
Yeah. No, she just read a book. She's a game saver, game changer. It's she really liked it. She flew through it. Like, she's been reading graphic novels, and this is not a graphic novel. And she like powered through it, and now she's pissed off because she can't find the sequel.
Oh no.
And I'm like, I don't think it's a sequel. Like, she's like, but it feels like it's a cliffhanger ending. I'm like, probably not. Your author probably just does that. Welcome to YA.
Maybe it's if it's a newer thing, maybe it just hasn't been put out yet.
Yeah, I didn't read the book, but she really liked it. She really liked it. Like, she plowed through that thing. I was like, damn.
I didn't like that 13 Reasons because I was like, man, this girl, some of her reasons.
Yeah. More like 13 people.
I was like, really? This is your reason? Like, some of them I could understand, but other ones I was like, you could have just talked to somebody about that, or talked to the person, just said something. But okay, whatever.
Well, I mean, like, when I watched that show, I knew it was a book, but I watched the show because I'm like, I'm probably not going to read this book. And I'm not going to lie, I didn't see that one coming. I didn't know what the reasons were for. And then when I found out why, I was like, okay. Didn't see that one coming. The previews did not give that away at all. So
No. I was like, some of them made sense, but others I felt like she was just like causing the people who like slighted her in like the smallest thing, and she was like making them feel bad. And I'm like, girl, it was not that serious. I don't know. But others, I was like, yeah, they deserve it.
Yep.
I also didn't like that book, Speak.
Shut up. I love that book.
I hated that book.
Oh my God. It's one of my favorite books. I love that book so much. Oh, I read that as a freshman in high school for the first time and could not shut the fuck up about it. I talked about that book so much that it became a wait list at my library.
I was like,
for that book. It's one of my top 10 favorite books of all time. I love that book. Hate the fucking movie. Hate it. Probably because Kristen Stewart's in it.
Well, I vaguely recall the movie, but I read
Kristen Stewart's in it. She's awful.
Yeah.
Not a big Kristen Stewart fan. I leave a ferret.
I don't know. I guess it's because, like, when I read, I become the character, and I'm like, yeah, I would not react this way. And so I didn't like it because of that. Oh my God,
I love that book so much. Because, okay, so here's my thing. I was a new student at my high school, so nobody knew me. And I think we picked it up for a project. I think it was a book report or something we had to do. But I read that one sitting or two sittings, had to have been. But I was just like, I loved this book. Loved it. I loved everything about it. And it just spoke to me. I loved Lori Hall Sanderson at that moment. And then I reread it 2 years ago on this channel for like the first month. And it was 5 stars again. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, cool. It still holds power for me on that one. Oh my God, that book just solidified. If you don't fucking talk about shit, nothing ever changes.
Yep.
It is one of the books that built me. I actually talked about it in my Books That Built Me video. I'm pretty sure I talked about it because, yeah, that book definitely built me. I mean, I talk about all kinds of shit, but that just solidified it. I'm like, this shit is not happening to me. I'm going to talk about it. So,
yeah, I think I didn't like it because, like, I'd always, I don't want to say I was taught because I really wasn't. I just, like, I don't know, I guess people had always told me, like, you know, if something happens, don't be quiet about it. And so by the time I had read it, I was like, really? But I guess if, you know.
But I mean, you also have to think about, like, how old were you when you first read the book?
I was in my 20s.
Okay, I was 14.
Yeah. So I could see how it would be more impactful for a younger audience who hadn't, like, grown up or hadn't, like, had something like that ingrained in them, or anybody had even ever told them to speak up about things.
I related to Meredith so much in that book, like, so much. And I was like, I don't want this ever to happen. Not that ever happened to me. I was like, just her personality before and then what happened after. I was like, I don't want to ever be that person. I don't want to ever be the person that is hiding in a fucking closet drawing a picture of a tree. Like, I didn't want to be that person. So, but it was, I love that book. Love that book.
Sometimes I think those are the books that kids should be required to read instead of fucking
Across 5 Aprils?
Like, freaking
Where the Red Fern Grows?
No, like that other stupid book that I hate that you hate.
Which book? Oh, that's a lot.
The book that you really hate. Come on, Jackie. Help me out here.
Oh, Of Mice and Men?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck that book. Hate that book.
No. As much as I hated Speak, I feel like that is a more appropriate book for teenagers to read than Of Mice and Men. The Great Gatsby.
In honesty, what I remember of Mice and Men, I cannot honestly say that today, in like the way kids are being raised and like what they're taught, that's probably a good book for them to read because they're cruel to Lenny. Like they're cruel because
They
of
are. It was
who and what he
horrible. It was
is.
a horrible
And it's just
freaking
like-
book. And I was like, really?
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
No.
This book does not show acceptance at
And there
all.
was no redeeming aspect to that book at all. Like there was no like, oh, this is bad. We shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
No, granted,
There's
it
no
was
redemption,
written
it just
back in
ends.
the ye old days of dumbness.
Well,
but-
Elizabeth, she actually was assigned to read The Outsiders, which I was really shocked about. She's like, "Yeah, we're reading The Outsiders." I'm like, "I'm sorry, you said The Outsiders, right?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Really? Stay gold, pony boy, stay gold."
I remember
She's like, "Yeah." I'm like,
the movie, but I don't
"All
know.
right, all right, cool, awesome, love that book." But yeah, she hated the movie, which I'm not surprised because the movie veers so much off the book. I was like, welcome to being a reader. Welcome.
Yeah.
Membership dues are due. Thank you.
I never read that book either.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's a good book.
I remember vaguely paying attention to the movie, but
Yeah, it's.
I
the
don't think
movie
it was
doesn't
like
do it justice
interesting
at all.
enough to capture my attention. So
Yeah, I was actually surprised that they had her read that. I was like, all right, it's a little different. And she goes to a Catholic school, so I was like, even more interesting. So, yeah. Do we want to do one more sprint? It is a Friday night, so unless we have to work on Saturdays.
I mean, I don't. I could do one.
It's up to you guys.
Do you want to do one? You're hosting this, Jazz.
This is my only live show that I'm hosting, so I have I have a lot of hours to use. So, because I think you can have like up to 6 free hours on StreamYard. I think it's 6.
Oh, really? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
There is a max of hours that are free before you have to actually do the membership. But I think it's like 6 or something. Because when me and Jen did our readathon, she had me do them because she had so many other lives, so she wouldn't use up her free hours for those.
Like in a month?
In a month.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like,
per
because I
month, yeah,
know
per
for
month,
damn
probably.
sure I've done more than 6 hours of lives.
Per month. Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Since I only do one a month.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Who does have the live for this book, by the way?
Me! For once.
Kristen never showed up. Like, she's really late.
Yeah.
Kristen,
She's probably, like
you're
doing something, or
late.
maybe she's sick or something. I don't know.
She fell asleep. She's Canadian. We'll forgive her.
We'll catch her on the live, hopefully.
Yeah.
If she
It's because she's
Yeah.
Canadian. Having
No.
some maple syrup and
she might,
cloudberries.
she might have like a headache or something. I know she has migraines occasionally.
Mm.
I don't know.
Oh.
Giving her the benefit of the doubt. I love you, Kristen.
We do. We're just giving you a hard time.
We are. Nope, I will have the live show for once.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and think of questions to ask y'all.
Yeah, that's the way. We don't have questions. Like, Kristen had questions on her book, I think. Right? I think
A
she
few,
picked
yeah.
Prayer, right?
Yeah, a few.
Yeah, she had questions. Like, we're really bad about having questions.
I am really bad. So I'm like, what'd you think about it?
Yeah, what do you think? How'd you feel?
Now I'm gonna try and think of questions.
You should know what you should do. It'd be really funny. Is you should cultivate a question for each one of us based off of what because you watch our videos, you know, kind of like what we look at in books and stuff like that. You should cultivate a question for me, cultivate a specific question for Laura, and one for Kristen based off of kind of our content and what we look for in books. And I would be really interested to know what question you come up with
Oh
for
my
us.
god, Jackie, you're giving me
Well-
homework.
No, the reason why I say this is because I remember on the middle grade book, y'all looked at me when we were talking about like the analytical side of the book, and I just kind of like, what the fuck's going on? Why are you staring at me? And I thought it was really funny that you all thought that about me simultaneously. I was like, that's a great idea. We should make that a thing.
That's because you break it down.
I do.
I don't know. I'll have to think about that. The dog came after the cat.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Sounds like you have a mess to clean up now.
No, I don't. Now they're just like standing next to each other. One's hissing, one's whining. Yeah. Anywho, let's start a sprint so I can let child out, so I can take care of my kids.
Right.
That's all right. We'll do another 30-minute one and we'll get going.
All right.
All right.
Give me a minute. Let her start the timer.
Yep.
All right. See you in 30.
All
And
right.
start. Here we go. That scared me again.
You're so caught up in your book. God dang it! I was so close. I only had a page and a half left.
Okay, so I like the mage and witch battle thing. I think that's cool. I
What
just
did
read the
you make it
comparison
to?
to the dog and cat.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
is it a dog? Is it a cat? No, it's a fake cat. Exactly. Like, they're imposters. They can go fuck themselves. I just think that's hilarious.
I'm starting to wonder: is this a gay romance? I
I
don't
think it's
know
gonna be.
now.
Because they had Lee looking like all decrepit, and then all of a sudden he's like gorgeous. I'm like,
I don't know though, because like he seems like he's so much older than him.
I don't know.
He does, because he just said something in this chapter I read about elderly.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he could be the love interest. But then something happened in this last chapter that I'm like, is this a gay romance or not? I don't know.
This one's got us stumped. Who picked this one?
I did.
All right.
But why did I think it was a gay romance?
I thought I heard that too.
I thought that's what you said, because I remember saying in my
Did you
TBR,
hear
I'm
it
like,
from
I'm pretty
me?
sure I heard them
Because
say
I
this,
could
but I could be wrong.
Maybe it was you. I thought I heard it from someone else too, though.
Why? I mean, it could be.
I'm going to be pleasantly
Maybe
surprised.
it's not, because on Storygraph, usually if it's like LGBT plus whatever, usually it says it in the like listing of things, and it doesn't say it on this one. So maybe I was completely wrong, and maybe this isn't.
Maybe you were.
I feel dumb now.
Oh my gosh.
Who knows?
Turns out that this is a series. There is 4 of them. I don't know if they're interconnected standalones or
Which
they're
makes
actually
me
like a
wonder,
series.
where is it all about the same guy?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't want to go ahead and like read the sequel summary in case
No.
it gets ruined.
I made it to page, oh my god, these page numbers, 85. So I'm in the middle of chapter 10. I like that they're short chapters.
Yeah. She's written another series called The Burning Witch series.
I saw that too. That was another one of mine that I was going to pick, but I owned this one, so.
Oh, okay. Well, this seems pretty good so far. If I like it, I'll definitely buy it. For sure.
I mean, I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah, I am actually. Like, I'm once I'm done with this, I'll probably continue reading it tonight. See what I can get busted out.
I will say, like, plot-wise, like, I don't really see much of a plot here.
It could go faster. I mean, there's this intrigue mystery part to it that I enjoy, but
Yeah,
it could get some more revelation of what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Right now.
I'm trying to figure out, like, what is it about his past that is catching up with him. I don't know that.
I don't know.
I also, there's like this war that they're hinting at.
Yeah.
Like,
I also feel like he's slightly OCD and a control freak, and that's going to bite him in the ass. Because the author makes a point to say every time he forgets to do something.
Yeah.
Like, it makes a very, like, the male, female, I don't know, has made a point to say, like, make sure I'm shutting the door, make sure I'm shutting the window so it doesn't happen again. Like, and, you know,
somebody's like, going to find out something that.
Yeah, they make a point to say stuff that he forgets. So I'm wondering if maybe. But apparently being a witch isn't a problem, so it's not like a legality reason, because the king wasn't like, oh my god, it's a witch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's still cool with it, so it's like not an issue, so why do we care? So, I don't know.
I don't know.
But I feel like he's going to do some shit to the knights, because he's like, looks at Hannah like a little sister, I feel like.
Oh, you haven't got to that part yet. Okay.
Yeah. No. I'm just chapter 6, I think.
Okay.
But I have to go get my daughter and her friends some food. And myself. I'm hungry.
Laura, how'd you do?
Did pretty good. I'm almost there. It's like
Almost. Are you gonna finish it tonight?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna finish it. It's the big part, you know, the ending.
Best places to stop.
Yeah.
You're so close.
So good.
Get one book knocked out tonight. Yeah, I think I might finish this chapter and call it good. So my cat is just staring at the fire.
That's not good.
Cats do weird things.
My little asshole cat knocked a book off the shelf the other day, like just randomly decided to jump on my bookshelf.
Was it
Not
your
even
TBR shelf or your own shelf? Or the ones you've already read?
my red shelf in the
Oh.
living room.
I was gonna say maybe he was picking your next book, Laura.
No, it wasn't even a book that was like facing out. It was just, like shelves, and he just knocked it out on a pretty tight shelf too. I don't know what he was doing,
Oof,
but
there
apparently he was mad at me.
Was it a book that you liked? Maybe you should reread it. Maybe it's a sign, Laura.
Maybe he's your familiar and he's saying you need something special about this book.
Maybe
it's Kraken.
I don't even remember what book it is, though.
Oh, well, sorry, Kat. Wasn't listening to you.
His message went unheard, unfortunately.
Bad omen.
I'm trying to find the picture of my mom's cat.
Can you see her?
Yes.
He's a little bubbies.
She's just staring at the flames.
Oh my god.
This is my mom's cat. I don't know if you can see it. That's Miss Minnie in a cup holder.
Aww. Adorable.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd be
Or
a cat
popping
mom.
out. I don't know if it'll actually play.
I've always been a dog mom.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the. Here, you can kind of watch the video. I'm like, see if I can get it to go.
Oh.
Try yours now, Ralph. Pick yours up. Dad's going to do his now. Stop being there. I've never heard him scratch. There you go. Beanie!
Oh my gosh.
She's adorable.
They can be cute at times.
They're so cute. She's a lot bigger now. She can't fit that, but she sits on my arm. Like I'll pick her up and she'll just sit like this. Like I just walk around with her on my arm like this the entire time. She's just this princess, just chilling.
I mean, I say this like when I get off of her and she starts licking herself next to me, I'll be like,
All right. Well, I think I'm going to end this because I have to go get some food for my teenagers.
all right. Yep. It's my bedtime, so I'm going to go get ready for bed.
Okay.
Well, thanks, everybody, if you tuned in.
Yep.
I'll see you on April 30th.
30th
For the
on
live.
Becky's channel.
On my channel.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Where she'll have questions.
where I will have
each of
questions.
Yes.
We're intrigued.
All right.
All right. We'll see you guys all later, and I'm going to sign us off. So, bye, guys.
Bye.